Alright guys, welcome to the Sweet Science of Fighting instructional channel again. Myself, James and Ryan, we're going to show you how to finish a triangle from the soft lock position. So you get into a position where you have your legs crossed, but you can't finish it, whether you think you have short legs or you just can't turn the corner to get into position. We'll show you how to do that. Make sure you go down in the description, the private community, where you can ask Ryan any more questions on these instructionals. Plus you have access to all my strength and conditioning programs in there. But we'll get straight into it.
Okay guys, so we're starting from the soft lock. Let's just start with the feet, okay? It's important here how we have our feet crossed. I do not want the pressure of him posturing to be carried by my ankles. So the way I have my legs crossed here is technically more efficient. Okay, I rarely say things are right and wrong because I've seen things work wrong. Right? There's just somewhat better ways. Okay, so the leg that's under the armpit is always going over the leg that's around the neck. If I switch this and I do this, this is not complete disaster. But just understand that when he postures up, this is being carried by my toes are trying to hold him down, okay? So you can easily break that soft lock open. So when you just get into the habit, if you can, and when you cross, to actually cross this leg over, because it's anchoring into his armpit here, right? It gets a little bit more connection. Now, controlling the posture, okay? This is absolutely critical. I don't care if what's happening with my legs at this point. I need to pull his head down with both hands, okay? We talked about crowning and anchoring on the neck, two different things. With this particular position, I'm going more towards the crown of the head to bring him down, to keep his posture down. This is what I focus on the entire time I'm in a soft lock, okay? I don't care about me getting to the triangle and rushing here. I care about bringing his head down. If I can keep his head down, we're good. I'm also gonna retract my legs. Okay, a lot of guys forget this, to retract their knees to their chest. So now I'm kind of a ball right here and I'm holding him here. They're gonna be having all kinds of different responses to this, okay? This arm's gonna go in different directions. They're gonna have this, they're gonna stack me, which we talked about stacking a little bit. There's gonna be a lot of different responses here. But what I really care about, again, is posture, okay? So once I get the posture down, now I need to look at how to actually get to the triangle. We talked about earlier a little bit about kind of the old school method, which is still valid and still works, which is reaching for your shin here, okay? I am not a huge fan of reaching for the shin here because what ends up having to happen anyways is I need to open the soft lock, right? I have to open it. So if I grab here and I open this and I put my foot on the hip and I do this, there's a lot of pressure bearing on my knee here, okay? And I'm sacrificing a little bit of control of his head by reaching for the shin, okay? This is more of me kind of anchoring in, right? If I just do this and let go, he can still posture, right? But I'm keeping him down, but there's a lot of pressure on my leg, okay? But if I just do this, there's no pressure on my leg. So I can freely open my legs here. So I don't teach this method of grabbing the shin, okay? It does work, but I just don't teach it much anymore. I consider all my focus on the posture. So once you get his head down, I need to eliminate this arm, okay? Meaning the shoulder. I don't want to see this shoulder. If you see this shoulder, this is not correct because even taller guys with longer legs and they get this in and they can lock this in, this is not going to finish James here. Okay? It's just not going to finish. Guys that are good. Again, we're talking about guys that are good. We're not talking about people who don't know anything. You can do this, somebody who don't know anything, they're going to panic and they're going to tap, right? We're talking about people who know what they're doing. This, even if I had it really good locked in, he can fight with this all day long. It's because of the shoulder, right? So, how do I eliminate this shoulder? What's going to happen is I'm controlling this posture. I'm going to take my calf and I'm going to set it on his shoulder here. So watch, just like that. Okay. This is not a huge movement or anything. I'm just going from here to my soft lock, and I'm going boom. And I have two hands on the posture here still, okay? If I let go, this is a disaster. So I want to hold this posture down. Now, once this happens, the skill that we need to develop is to turn the knees one direction, okay? My knees are going to turn this direction. My feet are going to be facing this direction. We're bypassing this hip turning. We're bypassing the scooping to turn our angle, okay? The way this is happening and how I'm generating the energy to turn myself is by this leg. This leg is pressing off of him to turn me, okay? And I must stay balled up here, okay? I can't be flat trying to pull this off, okay? I need to be crunched up, holding his posture, and then I'm gonna turn my knees. Watch how it turns my body. Do you see that? I don't need my foot on the hip. I don't need to be grabbing, scooping arms and fighting for this. All that is great and it works, but it's extra steps. Understand as you get better, you're gonna have to eliminate steps, okay? This is because guys are good, okay? They're gonna know all this. So as I turn, you'll see that we can no longer see his shoulder, right? So once that's eliminated, I still have his posture here. I don't even need to grab my shin here, okay? I don't have long legs, okay? So all I need to do is just bring the leg up, and now I'm locked in, okay? You'll notice that my leg, I'm gonna loosen up for James a little bit. Sorry. You'll notice that my leg is straight across the back of his neck. It is not angled in any kind of way, okay, towards the spine. In spinal alignment, this is terrible. The further I get away from spinal alignment, the more optimal the pressure is going to be, okay? So when I'm here, and I get that here, I control the posture, all right? Now that I have the lock, I don't need to focus so much on the posture anymore. Now I can start to create my angles based on what he's doing. If he stays on his knee, I'm just going to go to the arm, okay? So we'll finish this real quick. Sorry, James. Once I crunch down, I get here. I'm going to turn that corner, and that's it. Okay, we did the leg press method a little bit there. I was pretty gentle with it, but we did the leg press method, okay? I scoop the arm to get more connection and really lock myself into the angle. If you need a little more pressure here, okay, if I need a little more something here, we can manipulate the head, okay? I was talking a little bit about this earlier in another instructional is when I turn the head, okay? If I'm locked into a triangle, a lot of guys will focus on this arm, they'll focus on this. What I actually do is I grab the head, like in a scooping motion, and I turn it, okay? And what I'm doing that so that his neck goes into my hamstring, so when I leg press, it is almost instantaneous, right? Sorry. When I turn his head into this hamstring, I'm pressing away, and I'm pulling him this way, okay? So this is how I'm generating maximum pressure with the triangle. So it seems like a lot of steps because I talk a lot, but it's really not. You're actually kind of eliminating a few standard steps that we used to see in the triangle. In my opinion, this is just a lot more efficient. It works at a higher level. You'll see if you watch any kind of higher level matches, you'll see them do these, skip these kind of steps. Like foot on the hip and grabbing the shin and all this stuff. Again, it's not that those things don't work. I would just encourage people to try to, when you find something you really like, try to find the most efficient way to get to it, right? The most efficient way to finish it.